Hey people, Color Radio, we're back in the building, SimpleGuy.com. The Pandas are still sad. King Wall in the building.
Hey, squad, sad ass.
Pandas are still sad. S. Messenger in the game. Hello, S. How you doing? On this episode, we have PSA. We have our homie BoFlex in the building. I don't know if I'm calling you your real name or your DJ. We have DJ in this, and this is PSA. Can y'all tell us what PSA stands for?
Purpose Skills Academy.
Purpose Skills Academy. And what does that mean? Or what do y'all do? I'm sorry.
So basically,
Public service announcement.
Yep. The goal, the purpose. All right, I'm gonna break it down like this. Yeah. This how I explain it to everybody. I might as well explain it to y'all right now like this, like the professional world, anything. So we did a little research and we found out that a majority of juvenile crimes happen between the hours of 3 o'clock and 7 p.m. on a school day. So then you sit and think like, well, those after school hours. So it's like, what are these kids doing after school? You know?
Right.
And then that's where initially the thought came from. We want to be able to give these kids something to do, and whatever their craft is, we want to be able to provide something for them to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so whether it be sports, I'm advocating hard for the football.
Right.
But basketball comes first. That's the thing we're working on.
Right.
We actually got this little girl that I met at my aunt's beauty shop was just singing her ass off. So we got music.
Yeah,
so
right.
We got one of our other boys, Zeke Parker. He produced and he engineered. So we got our first kid to do music. So we trying to expand basketball.
After school program is what it was. What the overall title is what I would put it in, where it gives kids the chance to be kids.
How you get into something
after
like
school.
That,
I would want to say
it's not even after school. It's like really, in my opinion, it was like everybody has a purpose, and it's not always known if nobody's really investing into you
and nurturing feeding that,
your talent.
What's the hours y'all doing it? Between 3 and 7?
No, we every day.
Every day.
It's nonstop.
Every day, all day.
Yeah.
So you just basically big brother to the kids.
Pretty much.
All day, every day.
But their research showed that between those hours is
That's
when
when
the most
they
stuff
need it
happens.
most.
So
That's when they need it most.
so
how
that
do
means
you,
guaranteed.
How do you pick your kids? Do they just
really? So I teach at St. John Nottingham, and us going to that school, those kids gravitated into us anyway. Then kids from other schools on the west side, we had kids from Rocky River, North Royalton, Westlake, white kids, Hispanic kids, didn't matter.
Right.
They gravitated to us to the point where they talk to us to this day.
And they feel like y'all are like their age still.
Right.
Again, like y'all are still of the culture of the y'all listen to Future. Y'all can relate to it. Like where 10, 15 years ahead of them, they wouldn't have an adult that can, like, the age gap is very nice with y'all group right now. Right. And I saw like y'all first couple posts online and shit like that. I'm like, oh, this is a definite. I gotta catch y'all in here because this is something that again a lot of kids don't have, and when they're searching for somebody or something to hold on to, it's so easy to go to a negative source, but it's good to have like a shining positive like y'all PSA Academy.
Appreciate it, man.
Always.
Hey, basketball. So the basketball is what y'all starting with first, right?
Yeah.
So it's like tournament style, or is it just like after like y'all got a what you call it AAU team? Yeah. Okay. AAU team.
Like last year we had we started 4?
Yeah.
Everybody had their own AAU team, and then now we working in the works to double that, maybe triple.
So 8 different teams.
So
on.
different teams going
That's
all
super
over the
dope.
place.
Do y'all separate them by districts, or y'all separate them by like schools?
Just separate them by age, really.
Okay.
So we might have a kid from Painesville playing with a kid from down the way, playing with a kid from Joe's. It could be anybody.
And that helps out a lot too, because just knowing somebody from across town is a big deal.
Yeah.
Because if you do need to get away, that a 20-minute drive is a completely different lifestyle for a lot of kids. Like it's a completely different place.
Adults too.
Yeah, exactly. For adults too. So like having those friendships where in 2-3 years they're going off to high school,
Right.
and now they got friends where they can like, you know what, man, I ain't even trying to be over here for real, man. Let me see what's this going on.
Y'all gonna change their lives.
Yeah.
I still remember going like NYSP camp, and you just meeting like hella people from all different parts of Cleveland. Just
Lifestyles and
like-
everybody lifestyles.
It's like we went to New York. I knew it was real when we went to New York, and we told him like, you know, if your parents don't go, they gotta, you know, kick some bread. Parents, nah, we going.
Right,
and you know, usually you don't get that.
Right. They want to be a part of it.
Usually you got them say, oh, coach, here's the money, rent the van, do what you got to do. They said, no, we all going. Like families, multiple families.
I feel like just doing this alone, like in that example by itself, we bringing families together too, you know?
Right.
Because it's like being with your family at your house is totally different than kicking it with your family. Shit, we in New York this week.
Yeah. We got a game to go to.
It's like,
yeah.
You giving them something fun to do too. Like, oh, now that counts as a family trip.
It's something to brag about. It's like, oh yeah, we going to New York for the little man game, you know. Oh, you going to New York? Oh man.
It's to the point now they trying to plot and, you know, pick our brains and see, oh, where we going this summer? They trying to figure out where we going.
What times y'all practice and stuff?
All right, so we like right now it's like completely off season. You know, we don't have no practice going on. We got the tryouts coming up, whatever. But last year we would practice. What would you say? Like
I would say probably because school was still going on. Maybe around like from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. The gym was jumping.
Okay.
And then summertime came. Maybe sometimes we'll work out in the morning, then come back to the gym. But it's jumping. Trap house jumping like Jordan the whole time.
Right.
Doing the most.
Right.
Hey, we had the little dudes working. We had them
man.
We had the little kid. I coached the 5th and 6th grade boys or whatever.
Yeah.
We had them in the league on Wednesdays, but then playing AAU tournaments on the weekends.
So they was jumping, and then my team, I coached.
Keep them busy.
I coached the 12-year-olds.
I know a couple recruits for y'all.
Shoot, let us know.
Facts.
But I coached the 12-year-olds, and my little brother, they was in 7th grade, but they was only 12.
Right.
So we put them in their age group, destruction. Start beating people up, and then our 8th grade team was like all-stars from Cleveland.
Right.
They was league all-stars. And it was ridiculous just to see all that come together and to get coached by a coach, our boy Ben, who was a league all-star, to get to all that to come full circle. It was just amazing to see.
Yeah.
And then to mess around and end up coaching girls too.
Yeah.
That was a whole different experience.
When we started coaching girls, like when we got the girls team together, because at first we had the tries, but we had the boys teams. We like, man, we can probably get the girls team together. When we seen that come together, we like, dog, this can be something. Man.
Go crazy.
How can if there's any kids or anybody watching, how can they find the tryouts and how to sign up and everything? And how what's the website or the social media page to go to? All
right, so our Instagram is at Purpose Skills Academy. It's in his bio. It's in my bio at BoFlex 4.
At DJ Dog.
You can follow me too.
It'll be right here under.
So
here you go.
We tried to make sure that everything was one click away.
Exactly. Yeah.
It was crazy. As soon as we started texting the link to people, they started like spamming it. I think it was his Facebook. I had never seen a post like get like 40 shares in like an hour.
That was
just
crazy.
Low key going viral.
Yeah, man. It's one of them things where if you're not behind it, you hating.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like
much.
really, like, what don't you like about this? Like, you must really not like somebody in this group, or like somebody did you wrong somewhere. Because like, this is just like if you get these kids like something to do, they ain't gonna mess with you.
And it's non-profit, right?
Yeah,
it's full on
For-
non-profit.
so-
We're
so
not
for-
making no money.
paperwork going through as we speak. I'm not no money, no nothing. We spend our own money.
Donations are open. Like, get these brothers some help. Like it's a good cause.
We
like,
need people from all over to put
volunteers.
Your
I
hand
need
in straight up.
volunteers and all that.
Volunteers.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
We need
wild.
coaches who know
Volunteers.
Coaches.
yeah.
Any
any
kids.
singers, who want to play
Anybody
instruments, stuff
anybody
like
want to
that.
play instruments.
Help it grow.
Really, anybody that want to do
anything.
anything, man. We need we need a kid that was interested in taking videos.
Y'all got to go from me yet or anything going?
You don't have no. That's crazy.
That's with the A. For real.
Started GoFundMe.
That you talking about viralness.
Yeah.
you see, cause like me seeing the I think y'all live streamed the game a couple like last week or something like that.
Was me.
Yeah. So like, and me seeing that made me want to like, man, I'll get these little motherfuckers $5 on. like, cause it's just like why
see
not?
where your money going.
Yeah,
You
like it's about like I can spend this on literally anything else trash for my health, but I know that this is directly going to help somebody. So
getting them balls, getting them a facility to hoop in,
something. So
jerseys,
everybody watching us, if y'all like children,
yeah.
and happiness, y'all like children being happy.
If y'all don't like getting robbed no more,
I mean, just for real, it starts with the children.
I'm just saying,
stealing toys, it just carries on from there. So
they grow up,
if you want to help, man, volunteers, everybody. We're gonna.
If they ain't got shit to do, they kicking down doors.
Color Radio supports.
Just saying.
Color Radio supports. Like this is a great cause.
said-
It's a great cause. But y'all just like it's a great cause. These are our brothers from like way back and shit like that. So it's great to see
always digging
young black
About a decade
entrepreneurs.
ago.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. It's
crazy.
young black
That long.
entrepreneurs still paying
It's
it
crazy.
forward.
Like, every time we see anybody who went to who's like within that class range, it's always love.
Yeah,
Like the same.
because it's a again a mindset that came from going to Joe's, and that if you see your brother out there in the Viking anything, and you know that he was a Viking, once a Viking, always a Viking, you gotta go say something.
That's real.
It's blood in, blood out, blue and red.
I transferred, and they thought, man, how you doing? I was like, y'all still care about how I'm doing?
Yeah, bro. No, that's real. That's
Man.
real, bro. Like, and like it kind of, it's a transition out to our history. It's kind of like when I don't know if y'all felt this yet, but like when you graduate and then like it slowly starts to fade. Like, oh, I don't know nobody at the school no more. I can't go back. Damn, man. And like you kind of miss it. Like, I don't want to go back to the visit, just to like the visit. I don't need to know nobody, but like that type of feeling. I don't think any other high schools really have that type of camaraderie.
Everybody like I don't
across
wanna
classes
go back.
at that either. Like,
I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
that's a big deal.
We gotta throw a banger like
Oh.
the Big Joe's.
Oh wait, man. You got to invite all the Joes people to the cabaret March 9th.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
there's a cabaret.
Got a fundraiser, the cabaret at the
Okay.
Slovenian home.
Okay, cabaret.
Right on
That's a
Hey,
leaving
it's
home.
for the adults.
Yeah,
man.
right. Okay,
Adults.
okay. Hell
It's
yeah, hell yeah.
gonna be a bar in there, but I mean, cabaret.
Yeah.
Bring your bottles, bro.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Send us all the information if y'all got flyers and all that. We'll post it in the
Shoot, I got it on my phone.
yeah. We'll post it in the video. It'll be here.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Transitioning out of that, this week in America, Trump is still tripping about the wall. The government shutdown is still full effect, but like again, paying it forward, a lot of artists and people are helping the government workers. They're giving out there's meals going out for people that own like black businesses. They're giving out meals and clothes and toiletries and shit like that. In Cleveland, Steph Floss is doing something. I think he's doing some type of dinner soon, and he said if anybody has a government official family member or something like that, slide into his DMs and he'll get them the right information to help out and all that.
Some other companies give you like if you're doing bills or shit like that, they give you about like
Sprint,
6 months.
yeah, Sprint,
stuff like that.
Verizon are doing deferment plans and payment plans for everybody. So all y'all out there that got family members in that field or anything, because that's male people.
Yeah,
Like
man.
that's people.
That's a
yeah,
lot
that's a
of
lot. That's a
people.
lot of people right there.
That's a lot of people.
And
That's
those are them jobs that you thought were secure.
That's people.
Yeah.
That's people who do actual security that
Yeah,
can't do that.
TSA.
job.
That's
TSA
that's
is
that's
just
getting no
down
money
bad.
right now.
I
That's
know one
protected.
thing right now after this shit is gonna be a shift.
Oh yeah.
There's gonna be a shift on employment and government jobs.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing, because I don't know how y'all grew up, but like a lot of like black shows, like I got me a government job. Like
Yeah.
I remember on the Wayans Brothers, he was talking about trying to get a government job type shit. So like the security of that title was always in my head, and like
that one law just pop out now.
but
Yeah.
but like the government people that been working years. I was like, yeah, this is the first time they've had 3 shutdowns in a 6-month span. Like usually it's maybe like 1 every 5 years, the flex, and it's like maybe like 2 days long, like just to get the Congress. And this is going on a month.
But it's like day 31.
Yeah, like, and that's 2.5 paychecks already. Bills is getting real now. The phone is off. Phone is already off now. Like that's
lights is off.
Yeah, lights is
fridge empty.
Fridge empty.
Have y'all seen these grocery stores?
What?
They're empty.
People
they
like all the swiping and all that going nothing.
You gotta even spend it, man.
Nobody spending nothing.
Yeah. It's a interesting situation we're living in America as people, as black people, as men, as the women in general. It's a wild time to live in.
It's a big shift that's about to happen in general, like the importance of certain shit. I didn't find out, but like I didn't realize, like, as far as our generation of millennials from 1980 to 2000 who was born, 14% is more vegan now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like the whole grocery store, everything is changing. It's like,
right.
Less you buy in the store, more you get out.
Exactly.
It's the information factor of it. Like how y'all saying, y'all coach kids and stuff like that. Like they know a lot. Like it's just like there's an app that will show you all the math problems and the work. Like you can just take a picture of the problem.
Exactly.
Like so when you got that type of thing where it's like, man, what you really got to teach me?
Did you see the little kid doing his math with Alexa?
Yes, with Alexa.
He was like,
Yes.
Alexa, what's 5 plus 3? And she would answer.
Oh man, see again, like
little 5-year-old.
Like even when I was in grade school, like, and I got my first computer, and they was like, "Oh, do 5 times each." I was like, "Copy, paste, and I got in trouble for that. And I'm like, "Why? Here, like, why is like you asked me to do this? Here it is."
You
Like,
find a loophole and not get in trouble.
You don't,
but
man,
that's just technology not catching up to the.
you don't know how many kids I catch being an English teacher. I looked up. I said, "Well, talk to me about the Serenity Prayer," because we know we're the religious school. I look up. I'm like, "This sounds too good for a 7th grader." So I paste it in Google. Then I copy the whole thing from an Alcoholics Anonymous website, talking about some. Yeah, this is my paper. I'm like, nah.
Wow. Yeah.
And that's stuff that half of us we couldn't do when we was in 7th grade.
Man,
Not,
get this.
oh yeah, not that.
All we knew was Cliff Notes, Spark Notes. That was
You
it.
gotta think YouTube was new when we was young.
So yeah.
Get this. So since we on the topic, I got my little niece, man. It broke my heart. So look, I walk in the living room. I'm like, all I see, she like she doing her homework, but she take the phone and do one of these. I'm like, what you doing? She like, nothing. I'm homework. I'm like,
wait, how old is she?
She's 6.
Oh, okay.
She a first grader.
Yeah.
So she like, nothing, doing my homework. I'm like, all right, good. I'm like, let me see that phone.
Yeah.
Whatever. She like, okay, but she locked it. So I'm like,
I like your phone.
I'm like, man, I like this phone.
Yeah.
She like, oh, you is our sister. She 9. Don't unlock that phone. I'm like, baby, y'all unlock this goddamn phone.
Yeah, what is going on, goddamn?
Right. So they ended up unlocking it, and the calculator was right there. So she was doing her math homework using the calculator, and she's 6. I'm like, bruh. So I had to just take the phone.
And the fact that she knows it's wrong. That's the thing. It's like acknowledging, like, well, I mean, shit, 5 plus 5.
Right. Sneaking, though, like. So just imagine what's really going on. So I like really literally grabbed her paper. I erased everything. We sat at the table and just
and did it the real way.
I'm like, no, bro, you can't do that.
And with that, you got to think like, okay, like how much technology do you really let a kid use at this point?
It's like I see the same thing. It's like these kids, they can type these great detailed paragraphs in a text message, but as soon as I asked them to write it on paper, all hell broke loose. You got kids in the back shutting down, I can't do this.
Yeah. But
Yes,
that's the
shutting
thing
down.
though. But that is a thing. Like you tell a kid to like type on their phone,
or type on the computer, they own it.
Tell them to type 1,000 words on their phone. It'll be easy as hell for them.
Or you tell him to write it?
Yeah, writing
They
it
gonna
though.
He over here like, hey,
Yeah,
man.
they turn to the side and
Hey,
get
man,
busy.
give me my.
You know, make symbols.
Yeah.
Actual letters.
He was like, man, give me my detention. I ain't doing this.
Hey, you gotta eat them
It
sometimes.
was crazy.
Yeah.
What's crazy? It'd be my own little brother. I teach him. He in the 8th grade. He just be
How
like,
was that teaching a
it's
family?
like
Teaching your brother.
it's like teach, bro. It's like you ever had a friend who's like parent was a teacher. It's like
It's
that.
close.
It's like that,
Grandmother type thing.
except you can't really beat him because that's your brother.
Yeah, but then you know his mannerisms and everything.
Yeah, I
so
know
it's-
everything. And
yeah.
they like it's some kids they just found out like y'all are brothers. It's like you ain't noticed. Argue every day.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's just how it
Pro-
be.
yeah, problematic
So
kid.
that's
like, no,
the
that's
only
what,
kid that you literally have to. He
Yes.
gets away with the argument.
I mean,
Yes.
because he knows it's
why not push the buttons? Like,
that's
yeah,
about-
remember when he fell down the stairs, little motherfucker? Like,
Yeah.
That's my little brother.
So
I have
wait.
him in the chokehold in class.
Yeah, man,
You
I don't-
tell your mom. Do you get to tell your mom?
I just be texting, bro. It's so I done got hip to the game. I just text my mom. I be like, oh yeah, keep talking. Send a text. Next thing you know, she don't even call my cell phone. She called the classroom phone.
Oh,
Hi,
man.
Mr. the Priest. She said, well, use my name. Hi, Mr. the Priest. Can I speak to Dylan? I'm like, sure, hold on. You just hear all this yelling. He go back to the room. So like, man, nigga, you a snitch. Don't talk to me.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say you a snitch. You would have
Ain't no,
told
for
mom.
real. Yeah, for real. Like, oh, you
that's
gonna,
great.
And the
That's
crazy,
you gonna tell on me for
You
real?
told
and,
mommy.
and on the real, I
coulda told the
thought
principal.
that gave me power till that nigga started doing that shit to me. He's like, man, he ain't here giving us homework. He ain't even explaining. He being mean.
Hey.
And I get a phone call and I get yelled at. I'm
Hey,
like,
for,
man.
Y'all
hey, so
some
you ain't
snitch,
teaching
right?
my child? You ain't
Exactly.
you ain't educating my child?
Exactly, but I
God.
can't even lie. Me and him got a lot closer because you know.
It's a different mindset.
Yeah,
then.
because
It's a
our
respect
bond
level.
our bond was tight, and I left to go to college, play football, all that, and you know he cried when I left and went to college, and then being gone for 4 years, being out the house, and then coming back. He lived with me now,
Okay.
so it's just a whole different experience.
Yeah, definitely. Grown man stuff.
Oh,
Hell
yeah.
bro. Definitely. That's dope. That's dope as hell.
It's crazy that you ain't got a policy taking the not crazy that it, but in that case, I would have a policy taking their phones.
Man,
that shit.
what's
I'm
crazy?
against this
They,
though.
if it's seen or heard taken, but they be like, nah, that wasn't me. It got so bad to one point I had to like make everybody's phone go off just to get them to pay attention. Phone went off. Oh, that's everybody. Give me all them. Went around the class with a bucket just to get them to pay attention. But once you got them locked in,
Yeah.
they're locked in. They love like when he come and sub, they love this dude.
See, that's
yeah.
another thing too. Like molding minds at any age. Like
Yeah.
you got to be really cautious of like.
That's gotta be raw though.
They're so
Friends,
impressionable.
like y'all get to switch in, mold the kids.
So it's like the best
Teach 'em
kids. The best kids that I have are like in the 9th and 10th grade. They're the first kids I taught. It was like, man, everything you taught us in class was true. You made us write so much, man. We go to high school, we write every day. It's easy. Thank you so much. And meanwhile, I got this 7th to 8th graders. We hate you. Why you making us do this? Why can't I just type this on my phone? It'd be so much easier.
Do you have to stick to a certain curriculum, like as in like how you teach it?
Being in a private school like that, and I didn't know, I was allowed
on
to.
like, all the little blogs was he got a new bitch that looked like Karuchi. His new chick looked just like Karuchi. I'm like, all right, he got a type and everything. So when they posted the chick, that doesn't look like
I'm about to say,
Karuchi.
she don't look nothing
She
like
don't look
Karuchi.
nothing like
No,
Karuchi,
no.
and it's Chris Brown.
I
I
ain't
just
seen
I just think at that level, it's falling in your hand. Like I know niggas that get it. And
Yeah, that's what
it's-
they're talking about. It was like, it's like all you got to do is walk down the street. So I'm Chris Brown.
Yo, and like, oh, there they go. all of them are coming over now.
He got a moonwalk once. He got
like
1,000 chicks.
He be
surrounding
backflips on a pole and shit like that. It's,
He's getting to that particular status where he's now starting getting above his old bullshit.
and
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
the
And
thing
that's-
was.
That's crazy.
That who's the king of R&B thing. Everybody like, wait, man, you know Chris Brown did what he did, but he the king. And that and in those couple weeks of that conversation, a lot of people. I want to say were forgiving Chris Brown, but were chalking it up as like time passed, he's changed and everything.
Yeah.
And I think, again, I'm not saying there's Illuminati or it's an agenda, but he did just get all his masters, the perception is turning around on him. That means that's money going in his pocket.
Yeah.
Get him the fuck out of here. Get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's all that
So
is.
just be aware of like certain things like this.
He'll be able to promote a certain way now.
Yeah, just be aware of certain things like this because
So it's about to be wild.
They trying
the
to
media
take
can
our
have
word shit.
a spin. People, media can spin.
They're trying to take everybody out, man.
You know it.
Anything else going on in the this week? Music Future dropped. He's been on a wild interview circuit. Not wild, but he's been doing a lot of interviews and like the highlights of it. He talked about I hear his Apple Music doc is pretty good. I don't have Apple Music. I have Spotify, so I haven't watched it yet. But his Apple Music doc is pretty good, and he talks about
What's the Westbrook? He talks a little bit about.
Yes, he talks about Russell Westbrook and like the fatherhood thing of like they never talked and like
Talking about Russell Wilson.
my bad.
Oh, you good.
Russell Wilson
Whatever.
and Sierra.
He athlete. He
Yeah,
pro
right.
athlete.
I feel like that happens all the time too. Russell Wilson married Sierra without them ever meeting and everything, and just a lot of stuff. But I heard it's a great doc in his startup. He like Andre 3000 talks about a lot about how he was meathead and he was in the dungeon with him and all that. So great doc. Check out Futures. I've been popping since my demo. I've been popping since my demo is a very motivating song. I've been popping since my demo. Man, movies. Are y'all watching? Well, we can get into reading, watching, listening. If that's the. I don't know if anything has anything else happened. I don't want to miss anything and have the people be mad at me. Let me look at social media real quick. Again, all of our favorite rappers' daughters are still legal now, and they're out here fucking other rappers. So
The young rappers.
they are out here, and they are just they're thick. Steve Harvey's daughter is still the top of the line of them all. Like Lori Harvey, Meek rappers there. I got Lori Harvey on my list. So yeah,
Trey Songz already hitting it.
Yeah, I mean, I would hit after Trey because she's that bad. That's how bad she is. She's fine.
I know what I want to talk about.
Yeah,
Man, so look, we sit here, we talking about all these different social media instances where something happened, but it's not doing nothing but blinding us from what's really going on. You know, like we was talking about it earlier when we talked about Trump, the wall, the government shutdown. But it's like everybody's so distracted, we not taking it as serious as we really should.
it should be taken very much so.
And you pay attention, like it's a lot of big stuff coming out that's grabbing attention. Like first, y'all, we saw movies. The first movie that popped in my mind was the movie Bird Box. That grabbed everybody's attention.
And that was in the mix of the shutdown.
Yeah, that was when it just started.
Prime moment of the shutdown, and that dropped out of nowhere too.
Yeah,
that was one of them drops.
A Netflix movie with Sandra Bullock. I don't trust it.
Something to do.
Look, so now everybody watching Bird Box. After Bird Box, now everybody Lifetime drop R. Kelly. Everybody on R. Kelly.
2 more weeks of that.
That's going right now. And then you got Chris Brown showing up like they distracting us so crazy.
They got a calendar.
We gotta wake up, man.
No, it's definitely a thing that goes with that because say okay, so us in our ecosystem of like what we watch and who we talk to and everything, it's a certain culture. It's hip hop. So like the stuff we get is always hip hop. And like, but for those people in Middle America that gives no fucks about the culture, that listens to their pop top 100 and their country and all that and their classical music, they don't get the Shade Room and they don't get the Baller Alert type updates and that R. Kelly stuff didn't even happen to them. That wasn't even a moment to them type shit like that. So like,
that's if you wasn't in Chicago, you wouldn't know.
Exactly. So. In that sense, when you say like, yeah, they're distracting us, it's very easy to because they know what we like. So when they want to hide something from the hip hop culture, it's like, okay, let's make some fuckery pop off right now. Like, let's keep some shit on the tuck. Let's bring some, because like if that's, I would love to want to look up what type of government shit went on yesterday when the Chris Brown shit happened.
That shit crazy because the Bill Cosby shit was happening when the war shit was going on.
Yeah,
exactly. Everything
The
is
whole
a
time.
distraction.
Yeah.
everything.
So like when you know the media outlets that control perception, it's easy to control the people.
And you got to think. Remember when people was voting for Trump? It said like 11,000 or 7 to 11,000 people voted for Harambe. Voted for a dead gorilla.
Yeah, man.
Wrote a dead gorilla.
Trolling. Yeah, that trolling shit.
Trying to be funny.
That's what I
Social
wanted to
media.
talk about. Again, that's what it probably was. The Chris Brown shit and the Soulja Boy shit hid the March on Washington and the Native American guy he was drumming.
Did.
He was drumming. And like that, like if that
I saw, I just didn't understand.
Exactly.
I read an article from The Root, and they were showing the parallels of how they saw a picture, at a Little Rock 9 getting spit on by like 15, 16-year-olds. And then you see this Native American man,
veteran,
and he's
a Vietnam
a
Vietnam veteran,
U.S. citizen getting treated like that by like a similar demographic.
Yeah, of
it's-
teenagers with
And they
Make
tryna
America
say-
Great Again.
Yeah,
They tryna
exactly.
say, like,
That's
four-
crazy. It's crazy.
4 black kids was calling them crackers and antagonizing them, and then that shit. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here.
They were marching
It's like
on
40
Washington
ago.
for I want to say the indigenous people, right? Was it the
It was indigenous
mar-
people,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
was something else.
Yeah, so like that march didn't even pop up on my radar.
Bruh.
Like of my social media streams and all that,
Nothing.
that nothing popped up on there until that scene of him crying, the MAGA hat, and then the main boy that was sitting in front of him, he's on the Today Show.
And what's crazy, Donald Trump's supposed to be meeting with them.
Yeah,
Supposed to meet the boys.
he's getting praised. They're getting
Because
They
praised.
getting
because
praised.
They got the MAGA hats on. Yeah,
Getting
they
praised.
was.
What's up with Trump and the McDonald's?
Hey, yo, that's fried though. It went from 300 to 1,000. And
Hey.
he spent on the Clemson. Well, who won that game?
Clemson football
Clemson.
team.
I'm gonna say for you that play like college football, as an athlete, you see Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King.
If I win a national championship, you know how pissed off I would be.
Because y'all are D1s, like that's a D1 school. They
D1
eat
school.
good.
You worth millions.
They eat good. They eat good.
$1 billion institution,
Trump
and you
is worth
feeding me
billions.
McDonald's.
Yeah,
You
man.
got your own everything. You couldn't hire no random
No
person.
chef, because again he was using the government shutdown. Like, you see, I had to spend all my money in McDonald's for foes and Wendy's.
What he drop 1,000 at
Did you
McDonald's?
say this is the American way? What did he
Yeah,
say?
it's
Yeah,
good
man.
American
He
food.
dropped 300 and then came back the next day and tried to say he dropped 1,000.
Yeah,
Wow,
I mean,
$300 worth of food,
That's a spit.
and
in
put
the
it on
face.
silver platters though.
yeah, and had them putting it on paper, like
Put it on-
the Big Macs on plates.
Right, put in the box on a silver plate.
Bruh.
The box on the plate.
Yes.
the box on the plate. The box, no fries in sight.
And you got,
I ain't seen
and
none,
you looking at
none
these,
of the
you looking
fries.
at these big linemen from Clemson, just man, this some bullshit.
Yeah, just looking salty. Like,
Like,
it's not-
everybody eat
in
it.
suits
Everybody
and shit,
eat,
like,
everybody eating it, just looking pissed. They got suits on. They
yeah.
expecting a White House dinner.
Yeah, like
And what's crazy, they said half those, like the black players, they didn't even go.
yeah,
They said
good for
They
them.
said we staying home.
Good for them, because they could have got that
Smart.
same meal.
Right.
They had that same
That's
meal.
right
like,
there down the street.
Exactly.
I ain't need to go there to take
And
that
we had to
picture.
dress up and deal with your bullshit.
Hey, if I did happen to go to that for some odd reason, bro, and he gave me McDonald's, man,
That's a spit in the face, like you said, bro.
he gonna have to eat that.
I'm saying
Sorry.
that's wild. It's
I bet
weird.
money he ain't eat none of
I
that.
feel like we live in
Nah,
the Matrix.
I
or
bet
something,
you.
bro.
I bet
This
you he
is-
was there for.
crazy.
He might have been there for 10 minutes. Then he left and they ate in there by themselves.
He was. He stayed for the photo shoot. He was like, "Yeah, bet I'm out." That
I'm not
that
taking a picture. You bought me McDonald's, man. My mama can buy me McDonald's, bro.
ridiculous. The way we like to wrap up the show is we like to go around and say what we're reading, watching, or listening to, and it basically gives the people something to go home with, like some homework, like it's a documentary or a book or whatever. So, Maul, let's start with you. Are you reading, watching, listening to anything currently?
Just went through all the lethal, or currently going through all the lethal weapons right now. You know,
Movies?
Yeah, the old school joints. You know, everybody keep telling me watch that Dragon Ball Z, like the real one.
I heard.
Like in theater.
Yeah.
Like watch it that version, because you know I didn't watched it already.
Yeah.
It's not that
No,
version.
I definitely need to see that. I'll probably try to go see that tomorrow or something like that, or this weekend.
Trying
That's
to
probably dope.
trying to get hip to this new future. That's about it.
Okay.
Not too crazy.
BoFlex, what are you reading, watching, listening to, sir?
Let's see. So when I'm at work, I get time to listen to stuff sometimes.
Mhm.
Time to time. Let's see. I would say I did listen to the Future today.
Shout out to Future.
It was pretty
It's cool. It's cool. It's 20 songs on there.
What I did notice, Weezy had some beats on there.
Weezy? Who's Weezy?
Wayne.
Oh, okay.
Wayne did have some beats on there.
Okay.
Or whatever. So
Hey.
shout out to that.
It's something to go with the Future thing. He did the interview. He was talking about he was kind of scared to tell his fans that he stopped doing lean, which is a lot of people got upset with him because it's like, what type of man can promote lean so much, and then when he stopped doing it, and the generation of kids have like Juice WRLD was like, yo, I started just sipping because of you. Right. So it was like that type of, like, a lot of people were like, why didn't you tell your fans until now that he really stopped doing it? Right. Even though we knew that he wasn't
like,
that.
I knew the world. So
yeah, exactly.
I know how it is.
So like all the music now, he's saying that he makes reference towards it, but it's not as like codeine crazy.
Yeah.
DJ, reading, watching, listening to, sir.
Watching. Recently, a few weeks ago, I watched all the Godfather movies for the first time back to back.
I'm still yet to do that.
Yeah,
you need to.
Is it good?
It's a lot of things that like rappers say that are from that movie, and I'm like, man, I would have never known.
Okay, I get that. Definitely.
Reading, I've been reading like this Drew Joyce book, Beyond, like winning championships.
Okay, Drew Joyce.
Like Beyond Basketball. Drew Joyce for coach at St. V's. So I've been reading that for a while. What I've been listening to. I've been listening to the music. Future been cool, but really these past couple weeks, I've been listening to like, Eric Thomas, E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher. I've been listening to him every morning when I'm getting ready, and it's just
great way to start.
It's just rewiring my mentality with a lot of stuff, and it helps me have a better mindset so I can just translate that and get that to the kids.
Definitely.
So
very dope.
Yeah, I've been trying to promote more positivity. So.
Definitely, hell, like for real, it's so much focus on mental health these days and everything that there has to be a focus on positivity as well. Like all of the mental health conversation is great, but then it's like it gets a little depressing. As much as like, he was like, yeah, everybody's depressed. Like, no, there's happy people out there. There's people that are balanced, that have went to therapy and go to therapy still, that can say that they happily like their life, happy with their job, their family, and all that. You can be happy. You can spread positivity and all that. I am going to. I just got this reference for a book. Hold on. It's called. I got twerk videos in here and shit. It's called Infidelity or something like that. It's about the reason why people cheat. And I thought that was just going to be a great read. It's by Kenneth Paul Rosenberg, MD. Infidelity: Why Men and Women Cheat. So if y'all wanna, if y'all are in a relationship or something like that, or if y'all are looking, I feel like that would be a great little read for y'all just to get to know stuff. Also, I am watch Trigger Warning. The Color Mike. I'll watch it again for real.
That's on my list.
Yeah, man. It's just good because like his whole mindset of that was a lot of black leaders say like, oh, y'all generation should do this. Oh, y'all generation. He's like, but when they took the test, they retook the test after they watched the promotional porn. They got like 70s, 80s when they knew nothing about plumbing. So,
20 what?
Yeah,
educational porn.
Educational porn to teach you trades. Like why? His whole thing was if you're broke and you have YouTube, why not learn a trade? You can learn how to fix a lamp. You can learn how to fix a dime. You can learn how to be a plumber. All that. Why don't you do it? And people are like, man, the videos is boring, blah, blah, blah. So he was like, oh, porn? So it's like, girl walks in, like, my door handle is loose. Guy walks in, is that a loose door handle? This is how you fix it. And she starts sucking his dick as he fixes the door handle or something like that.
Wait.
Yeah. And like,
oh
they had a focus group there. They took the test first without knowing anything about plumbing or fixing the door or whatever. Then they watched the video of the porn, and then they got like 100%, 70%, 80% on it after knowing nothing on it.
Wow.
Okay.
Because it's trying to again reprogramming how you learn.
Yeah.
And if you're a visual learner, you see some nice cities, you gonna learn how to screw that knob in correctly too.
Right.
Cause you remember them. So yeah, it's just a great show to watch. It's just
Crazy.
it's short. It's 6 episodes, 30-minute episodes, so you can watch it on like a lunch break or whatever like that too. So, thank y'all for coming, man. PSA, where can we find y'all at again on social medias?
You can find us on Instagram at Perfect Skills Academy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Facebook.
All that good stuff. Facebook is all good branded. So y'all just type it in Perfect Skill Academies. And thank y'all. S. Dot, play that funky music, sir.
Why?